What's up, Giant Slayers? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm breaking down one of my live rows with Dave, one of our taller blue belts at the gym. If you guys want to learn, then keep on watching. Okay, so right now I'm looking to play shin to shin, control 2 of Dave's sleeves, sweep him off to my right. He was able to base out nicely there. Right now I'm looking to pummel my legs back to the inside, utilize butterfly hooks to elevate him, get back underneath him, set up my X guard game here. Dave's long, he's pretty flexible, Taekwondo background. He presents different problems than some of the other guys that are gym with his length and his flexibility. Right now, again, I'm looking to sweep him with this X guard game. A lot of times when my right leg's extended at this point, a lot of guys are falling over. Dave was able to defend pretty nicely, but I was able to get him down to his butt and immediately look to my pass, passing off to my left here. Right now, looking to stay low. Kind of was looking for an over-under style pass here. I was able to get around Dave's right leg pretty quickly. Dave's been doing a really good job doing the buggy choke on a lot of people. So right now I sensed that he was going for it, so I decided to switch my upper body control to a reverse crossface and a spatula. You guys can see he's holding onto my belt right here. He's got his foot kind of stuck in there too. So right now, just looking to be patient, kind of waiting for him to let go, and just trying to figure my way out of this so I could progress and go for a submission. But here I am creeping around to north-south just to take away his angle. You guys can see he's trying to pull his foot, get his knees back to the inside. Dave was trying to frame my hips out right there, so a little pro tip, I like to shimmy. Anytime somebody frames on your hips, it's hard to frame when there's a moving object, so I just look to shimmy my hips back and forth. It makes it difficult for guys to frame and push you off. So right here I'm looking to cut his grip. He had a really good grip with his right hand there. I had a hard time taking it away. So pro tip number 2 for today is get creative with your legs. Learn to cut grips. Right there I was able to pin his hand to the mat with my left foot, slice over the top with my shin with my right side. Looking to set up a kimura on Dave's left arm. Dave's doing a good job keeping his arm bent and hiding that hand away from me. So right here, again, just looking to stay patient. Right now I'm passing off my staple on my right side to my left side, but in that process he was able to kind of get out of there. Now I'm in a knee belly situation. One thing I'm thinking about right here is just keeping Dave flat, which is why I'm controlling his near side sleeve. Wanted to just make sure I didn't lose a position. Always position before submission. Right now Dave's kind of making a mistake right here, but just by extending his hands away from his neck. He's going for my collar. He opened up a lot of space for me to attack his neck. So I decided to go for a forearm choke there, and I was able to catch the tap. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos. Okay, so back to the action. Here I am looking for a deep half game. Guys, I love playing deep half as a smaller athlete. When guys are much bigger, typically it's easier for me to fit underneath them because I'm smaller, and so I was able to capitalize on deep half sweep right there and take the top position. A lot of my bottom game, you guys, is to take the top. I'm looking for chances to scramble and come up, or looking for sweep opportunities to, again, put gravity back on my side and regain top. Right here, Dave was doing a good job kind of hooking my ankles with his feet. Again, really long guy, is presenting some different problems, so I was trying to foot fight right there to clear my feet. Now I'm in a side control, and Dave's doing a good job right here controlling my sleeve. I was kind of fearful that he was going to extend me too far out, which is why I grabbed his pants there just to anchor my body onto the gi material. Didn't want it to stretch me out too far. Right now I'm looking for a gift wrap, but again, Dave still has control over my sleeve, so I managed to get to an S grip and then feed that grip to the gift wrap position. Right here I was having a hard time cutting that grip. Trying to pull away wasn't happening, so I decided to do what I call a spider walk, where I walk my fingers along the mat. Pro tip number 3 for today, you guys. Learn to use the mat as leverage and cut grips and just multiply your force by spider walking your hands off the mat. Okay, so here I am in the knee belly. Try not to put too much pressure on Dave here, but I did want to force him to move, which was why I kind of had my knee on his belly, also a knee kind of up and closer towards his shoulder and his neck. If I wanted to be a dick, I probably could have smashed a lot harder, but again, I was just trying to make him move without applying too much pressure there. Dave was doing a good job scrambling right here. Decided to kind of fight the knees. I know the knees are what wants to get back in the game there, so I was able to avoid the knees, get to a deep underhook here from side control and step over the head. Right now I'm looking to fish for my collar. Dave, if he wanted to do a little bit tighter defense right there, I had the arrow pointing. His thumb should be in my collar to keep his arm from being extended out. If he was able to keep that thumb in my collar, he would have been able to keep his hand at a 90-degree angle. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you are, be sure to drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys like these breakdowns. Here I am going for a monkey flip sweep right there. Ended up transitioning to a helicopter armbar. Dave's pretty long. He was kind of able to step over me for a second, but I was still able to stretch him out. A lot of times when I see guys leading with their hips are square, I'll often go to that monkey flip, overhead style sweep, and transition to an armbar if the opportunity presents itself. So here I am again. Dave was giving me a lot of space underneath him, so opting to take advantage of that and kind of play a single leg X. He did a good job backstepping right there, so decided to pull him back into my closed guard and kind of work on my closed guard game, switch things up a little bit. Dave was kind of crossing his center line right there, which was a little bit of a mistake on his part. I know he was looking to get up to his feet because he had 1 foot posted right here, so I'm trying to tie my knee pole right there as he went to stand up, looking to break his posture back down, making sure that he stayed grounded. I didn't want him to stand up to his feet. Hey, right now Dave hooked onto my head, so I'm trying to take advantage of this. Going after 2 possible submissions right now, guillotine on my right side and a reverse arm lock on my left side. Based on just where Dave was at with his angle, decided to step on his hip and attack the reverse arm lock. He did a really good job right there, pulling his elbow in, avoiding the arm lock. He stepped over, and I was able to hit a carnival ride and take the back. Honestly, guys, I didn't plan that. That just kind of happened throughout the scramble. Looking for opportunities to take advantage of submission attempts as you chain your attacks together, creating opportunities where it puts him at a disadvantage, and looking for, again, opportunities to capitalize. So here I am attacking the back, looking to come off my knees right here, apply pressure with my chest on his back. I don't want him rolling back to the mat right now. I prefer to take his back, so I'm looking to put pressure, force him to his knees, insert my bottom hook. Right now, guys, if it was competition, I would throw on 2 hooks and score my points, but I really like riding 1 hook, my bottom hook, and my top hook is a butterfly hook. This helps me to kind of maintain my bottom hook a little bit longer. Right there, I was able to secure a nice grip on his collar. Pro tip number 4 for today, you guys: if you can, gain your hands on top of your opponent's hands. If you do that, nothing stops you from going to the collars at this point, which I was able to do. Now I put in 2 hooks, looking to set up my bow and arrow. Instead of going from just a pant leg grip, I was looking to hook his leg and go for the finish. By the way, guys, I'm on Instagram. If you guys are on there, be sure to follow me, David versus Goliath BJJ. Shoot me a DM. I would love to connect. If you guys have any questions, I'd be more than happy to help you out and support you along your journey. Again, at David versus Goliath BJJ. Look forward to connecting with you on IG. Okay, so back to the action here. Dave standing. This time I went right back to that single leg X. I just set it up a little bit differently since Dave was standing and he had a square stance. I kind of went for a Marcelo sweep there. Right now, I was able to catch Dave's feet square again. You guys can hit a double ankle sweep even from the single leg X guard, which is what I went for right there. Dave's really long, so I don't want him controlling my collars right there, which is why I was kind of grip fighting, looking to pass the guard again. Notice right here again, you guys, Dave's looking to kind of frame out my hips, so I'm going to go right back to that same shimmy position I did earlier. A lot of guys are going to try and take your back right here if they're able to create some space. They'll kind of do a back roll and look to put in hooks. So right here I'm just looking to shimmy to avoid Dave framing me out too far and creating too much space. Trying to stay as close to him as I can. Kind of the name of the game for top guys is taking away space. Bottom person wants to create space, so I'll just try to get creative on taking away space there by shimming my hips. Right here I'm going to look for a mount. Again, switching up my attacks a little bit, kind of testing Dave's defense from the bottom mount this time. Right here, again, always position before submission, looking to control. I saw his elbows out of position, so I decided to come up to this position here. My feet are on the hips. Personally, I call this frog mount. When I get to this position, I'm stepping on the hip bones with the bottom of my feet. Really difficult for the person on the bottom to regain good elbow positioning back to the mat. So I was able to take advantage of that. Dave reached around my back right there to grab my lapel, so I stepped up, And right here I'm looking to set up either a monoplata or an omoplata from this position. This position I really like. I know Dave's gonna buck me here. Everybody tries to bump when they sense the danger, so right here I'm just trying to stay patient, anticipating the bump. Hands go back to the mat, keeping my position. Again, try not to sacrifice the submission for the position. Okay, here I was able to pass my leg over the face. Because Dave is kind of turning into me right now, coming up to his knees, I decided to sit to my hip to an omoplata. By the way, you guys, I picked up this little trick right here where I walk around the hips from Clark Gracie. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out that roll, I'll leave a link above so you can check out my roll with Clark, where he omoplated me several times. Here we had a good laugh because Dave knew exactly what I was doing to him because I just showed that position in class the other night, and I was able to get the finish from the omoplata. So there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.